Be very, very quiet. I'm hunting wabbits.
What's up, Doc?
Now I got you wabbit.
Animal rights activists do not think that's funny. Heck, they'd probably ban that cartoon today. And in Oregon now, they're pushing a ballot measure that could turn hunters, fishermen, and ranchers into criminals. Look out, Elmer. Initiative Petition 28, aka the Peace Act, aims to strip away the legal exemptions that protect them from animal cruelty laws. So, in effect, killing a deer to feed your family or reeling in a trout from one of the most beautiful rivers ever in Oregon would be reclassified as criminal animal abuse. This is so idiotic that even the Democrat governor is against it. But the petition already has 126,000 signatures. Here to weigh in is Ted Nugent, rock and roll legend, 2026 American Outdoor Sportsman of the Year. Ted, you look like you look like a postcard for rural America tonight, as always. So what do you make of this? What is this really all about in Oregon?
Well, I know there's 126,000 plus idiots up in Oregon that are against God's natural system. And meanwhile, I can just profess, as I have for 78 years, for my 78th hunting season, hunting, fishing, trapping, farming, and ranching are all perfect environmentally beneficial activities, the best of the best, to keep balanced and thriving wildlife populations. These people are dangerous people, and most importantly, they're not only soulless and dishonest, but you want to be cruel to wildlife, then let the populations run beyond the carrying capacity of their habitat, and you get disease and destruction, and then they will call upon, so-called sharpshooters to use our tax dollars to clean up the mess that we, the people, weren't allowed to accomplish. So all I can tell to the people in Oregon, if you make hunting outlawed in Oregon, I'm moving to Oregon and going hunting.
Ted, we received a statement from the chief petitioner of this so-called Peace Act. He wrote that we're advocating for these legal protections despite their impact because we want to protect the needs of the animals who are currently the victims of those industries, and because we're confident that Oregonians can still get their own needs met without needing to injure and kill animals in the process. Ted, I don't know how many of those people who claim to be for protecting the animals ever wear leather shoes or a leather belt. But I have a feeling they all have, and most of them do, unless it's all plastic shoes all the time. So this to me seems more like a war on tradition and traditional America than anything else.
And it's the most important traditions of all. Over in Africa where they have elephant hunting, the elephants are thriving. Where they've banned elephant hunting, the elephants have been wiped out by poaching and unrestricted slaughter, destroying habitat, the source of clean air, soil, and water, which can only come from healthy wildlife. Same with polar bears and grizzly bears and elk and moose. We have more elk, more deer, and more turkeys than ever in recorded history, especially in my freezer. So the point is that these people are loony, and I applaud them. I want them to keep speaking, because even the non-hunters who support annual harvest of the surplus of animals to make room for next year's production, even non-hunters know that hunting is absolutely essential, not only physically and environmentally essential, but I think, like the Native Americans, spiritually essential, because we have to remain in touch with God's miraculous creation, hands-on participants, and our success story of managing wildlife to healthy, thriving populations is absolutely uncontested globally, except for comfortably numbnuts up in Oregon and elsewhere.
Ted, I have a question. This might seem random, but have you ever looked down the barrel of a gun at anything, an elk or a deer or anything, and for whatever reason you had a perfect shot and you just decided no? No, right now, no.
That would be irresponsible. We have to harvest the surplus. We are dedicated to a healthy environment, which is only accomplished when you balance the overpopulation due to the spring and summer growth periods. And then the hunting season is a natural season of harvest to make room for winter. But I got to tell you, everybody I know around the campfire, after we do kill that dinner on the hook, because it is the best diet in the world, it's the best environmentalism in the world, but we have a sense of adoration, a sense of humility that God has created these incredibly wary animals that are masters of escape and elusiveness. And we have a moment of silence.
Ted, Always great to see you, my friend. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Lord. God bless.
Be sure to like and subscribe for all the Fox News latest on YouTube and catch full shows streaming now on Fox One.